Only for a minute. I'm live. Good morning, boys and girls. It's still morning for another 19 minutes. It's a beautiful 72 degrees in St. Louis, Missouri. A little cloudier than they said it was going to be, but you ain't here for the weather. So let's get to stirring pots. All right. I made a comment earlier on the page that I thought that the Afton Lime Chamber of Commerce was hot garbage. And, I stand on that statement. I don't know what exactly it is they're supposed to do, but I don't think that they do a great job of it. We have the Taste of Lime coming up, in case you didn't know. This time it's the Taste of Lime / Afton. It's at Hancock Elementary, like always, and I think that's Friday, October 6th. I'm looking at the calendar like that's going to fucking help me, and it's on September. Yeah, that's Friday, October 6th. So now you know. They have 600 spots available. That's what I know. It's $5 to get in at the door. So now you know. Now 19 more people know this. Spread the word, I'll probably try to get up there, and I bowl on Friday nights. I'd have to pre-bowl to do it. Uh, somebody should attend. You guys should attend, but I don't mean to pick on these organizations, man, but they irritate me. They irritate me because they get paid to do what could be done for free with community effort. We've shown this time and time again, but I want to thank them for inspiring me, because this is the shit that inspires me. It irritates me to see just the lack of anything from anybody over the last 2 years. Like, I don't want to beat my own back or our own back or any of that shit, but there hadn't been a whole lot of shit going on since the COVID shit went down. We were in full swing before that shit happened, and it sucked. But it's this kind of shit that inspires me, because yesterday, you guys probably don't know it, but there was a Afton Lime parade in Afton yesterday, on Higi and Gravois and Weber Road. I think it's Weber Road. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's over with. I think like 12 people attended. It was right in front of 9 Mile Garden, basically. Yeah, well, I just get annoyed by it, because I see that it's the Afton Lime Chamber of Commerce now. It's not just the Lime Chamber of Commerce or the Afton Chamber of Commerce, and they've decided to commingle. That, I guess, that happened about 2 years ago, unbeknownst to most of us. Where are the comments? So I don't mean to come on here and rag at those guys particularly. I just don't know anything that they do. And if you go and you look at their mission statement literally says that they're to enhance the neighborhood, to help local businesses, and to, like, do, crazy things. What used to be? Oh, the parade used to be a big hit back in the 2000s. Yeah, we used to do a parade on Broadway. I don't know anything about the Afton parade, but I can tell you that the parade on Broadway in Lime used to be lit. I could tell you that the school picnics used to be lit. And I could tell you that it was the one week a year that the neighborhood felt like a neighborhood. That's kind of what started all this shit. A trunk or treat, mentions of school picnics, and then getting in there and irritating the local authorities, governments, organizations into starting to do things. Because, listen, man, I know that I'm just a loudmouth. I know that I'm just a dude on a keyboard who's got too much time on his hands. I know that I sometimes say the dumbest shit. I know that I'm a little bit of a bugaboo and an aggravator and an agitator, and I like to make jokes and shit. But I was never supposed to be like the fucking anything other than that, right? But then there's like a serious lack of contribution in the neighborhood. A friend of mine, Josh Enright, was willing to, he got disheartened so quick, man, because he wanted to do the trunk or treat again. And I love doing the trunk or treat, but COVID totally wiped out the trunk or treat, deflated me. And I got to be honest, you get kind of burnt out. You get a little burnt out on this shit, man. Like, it's tough. Like, I know I'm rambling. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. But what I want to make sure that I cover is, one, why I'm irritated with the local organizations. That's really easy to cover, because they don't do a goddamn thing. They wear nice suits. They make good money. And what do, man? They take money from businesses. They give not much back. I mean, if you want to participate in a Taste of Lime or a Taste of Afton or whatever, Lime Afton, it costs like $750 depending. You go look at their sheet, man. I'll provide the website. But that's how we got started doing all this shit, was because, like, irritation. We don't do school picnics anymore. We don't do parades anymore. Lime doesn't do shit anymore. And like now they especially aren't doing shit. And I say they because like I moved out of the area years ago, like and that's not, I'm just saying, when I say, I'm not trying to separate ourselves. I'm a Lamolian for life. I love to do things for the neighborhood. I love to contribute. But it gets a little tiring, a little exhausting, and sometimes it's just a little much, man. So like, it's tough to stay consistent. It just is, man. I have a life. I have things to do. I have to, have a career. I have to fucking earn money to feed my family. I have to, maintain a household, a business, all kinds of shit. I did this shit in my free time. That's why it aggravates me that we have places like the Chamber of Commerce. We have representatives in our area and these organizations that literally don't do shit. They don't do shit. And most of the organizations in the Lime area are all residuals of the casino coming in. So like, somehow I ended up with this weird voice to the people, which is like, I never even wanted that either. Like, sometimes it's a little heavy. Like, it's sort of tough. Like, I don't mean to be a slacker anymore. Like, I love doing cool things for the area, but I'd love it even more if we could just agitate these people into doing the shit that they're supposed to do. Like the Chamber of Commerce, those people that work there are definitely taking a payroll. Now, I don't know who they get their orders from or what their ideas are, but I don't really see them prevalent aside from a parade that they did a really terrible job of announcing publicly that basically no one attended. And, the Lime got an honorable mention. Like, now that that's an Afton Lime Chamber of Commerce, does anybody give a fuck about Lime? It's pretty clear if you look around that probably not. Cusinelli's is a homeless encampment. Quick Trip is fucking empty. I know that some shit's going to happen with it or whatever, but when the neighborhood's going to shit, dude. It's like Quick Trip in Bayless and fucking Lime Ferry. I don't even go there. It's like fucking sketchy. I don't go to 7-Eleven anymore either. And I'm not scared of anything. I just don't want to be bothered by fucking homeless fucks and fucking scallywags and junkies. I don't want to be bothered by this shit, man. Call me what you will. I just find that shit irritating and annoying. I like to go into fucking stores and restaurants and businesses without all of that shit. And I understand there's a whole bunch of shit that's not on the Chamber of Commerce to fix, but like, the more blighted businesses and empty buildings that we have, the more of the shit we're going to see. And if you ask me, I thought that's what a Chamber of Commerce was about, to like talk to people, bring businesses in, to make the neighborhood attractive. The only thing we've done is made sure that the thoroughfares to the casino are clear. They said they don't have a parade in Lime because they can't obtain permits to shut the road down. Well, I got to thinking about it and I was like, wow, that's a bunch of fuck shit. But if you think about it, they definitely don't want to block any or obstruct any entrances to the casino. Why would they fuck with their slush fund? And that's what it is a slush fund. Read about the Port Authority and how they determine where the money goes and why and shit. It's all fucked up. And like, the Lime Neighborhood Association was set up by the casino. Read about it, man. It's fuck shit. It's all fuck shit. And that's why it bothers me, man. Like, I don't want to just get to rambling because I know I sound like a fucking crazy asshole, but I've covered all this shit before. I've shown people how it's all associated. Like, literally the Chamber of Commerce was, as far as I know, was even set up because it had to be set up in Lime for the casino to go in there. Like, the Lime Neighborhood Association was set up because it had to be set up for the Lime Housing Department or Development to do what it did via the casino and its funds. And we all see how that's working out because the neighborhood's like literally just worsening by the day. And I don't want to be that guy. I try to be Mr. Optimistic, but the truth is that it's getting worse. And we have organizations and people that are committed and they get paid to do these jobs and they don't fucking do them. So I had someone accuse me of being like an egomaniac about it earlier. No, I was using this as an example. I'm a stoner with a keyboard and a chip on his shoulder, and I get more shit done than most of those people with this group of people. We get more shit done. But but that's how easy it is. Like, imagine if someone was passionate at the Chamber of Commerce or someone was passionate in the government offices. Like, I'm passionate about shit or we're passionate about shit. Imagine how much shit we could get done. It'd be fucking incredible, but you don't get cooperation from these people. They don't like me because I ask questions. I point out their deficiencies, like this is all just like deja vu to me, but it reinvigorates me to do this shit again. It reinvigorates me to get involved because no one fucking else will. Like, I don't know, man. I catch a lot of shit. From people, and I don't really understand it because people get mad at me because they're like, "Oh, Mr. Do Good, motherfucker, look at you got your nose in business. You get a hobby or something. Like, bro, like, why? How the fuck can you be mad at someone who's just trying to volunteer a little bit of his time to help someplace out that he doesn't even fucking live in anymore? Like, I grew up there. I know there's kids growing up there right now that are little Brocks and little everybody's I grew up with, and they deserve a fucking chance, man. That's why I'm just rambling, but I hope I'm making some kind of sense. Okay. I also want to announce that there is a trunk or treat that's happening in the Lima area. Okay. It's happening through the Hancock alumni, and they're going to do it on October 30th. I don't have the times right in front of me, but the contact on that is Mike Kempf. You guys all know Mike, man. He's Shaggy Sounds, a DJ in the area, local Boy Scout. I don't know exactly what his title is with the Boy Scouts, but I know he is heavily involved in the community, heavily involved in Boy Scouts. So Mike Kempf, Mike Kempf. That is your dude. That is your contact. If there's any local business owners watching, any local business owners anywhere, contributors that want to help out with the trunk or treat, that'd be great. It's going to happen at Hancock Elementary. And again, if you want to get a hold of me, I'll put you in touch with the right people. Okay, I'm not running it, but I do want to help participate. I do want to help bring up the numbers and participation, and I want to help bring up the businesses, that are involved. I'm not saying any of that right, and I sound like a fucking idiot right now, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a little John in there for sure, John. And that dude fucking needs us, bud. Like, the whole reason why I do this is because I preach a very simple fucking thing. And that's that if you want shit to be different, then you have to be different. You have to be the shit that you want to see. And it's cliche. I know it's some like Gandhi bullshit, but it's the fucking truth, man. It's the fucking truth. The only hope that we have, if you want to see a different world, is by being the fucking change that you want to see. That is a formula that works, man. You can't make anyone else do anything, but you can show them a good example of what a human being is. You could show them. Thanks, Mom, for typing in the name. And that's all I'm trying to preach out here. And the people, I was running my mouth a lot. People said, "Oh, put up or shut up." Well, I'll put up. If you got some shit going on in the area and you want it covered, you got a local business, call me up, man. I'll do what I can to help you out. Okay. This is something I love to do. I'd love to make a career out of this. I just don't know how. I'm just an idiot. All right. I'm smart in certain areas and I'm fucking stupid and lazy in a lot of others, man. So like, that's what irritates me the most, because I know how big of a slacker I am and I run circles around these fucking people that get paid to do the shit. They get paid to do the shit. Like government officials, fuck those guys, man. What do? They show up every 4 years, tell you how much they're going to do for you, how much they care about you, and then what? They disappear? Yeah, fuck those guys. Don't be like those guys. Be the community guy that you want to be. So anyway, back to the Josh Enright story I was telling you. He wanted to set it up. I told him I wasn't doing a trunk or treat. All right? Not myself anyway. So he said that because I have a love-hate relationship with trunk or treats. I think that the community should be handing candy out at their front doors. Okay. But it's not really like that anymore, especially not in Lima, because people are scared to trunk or treat for obvious reasons around the area. And I can't say that I blame them at this point. Okay. I'm going to say that it's a little ridiculous. You could probably go trick or treating in your area, but why would you when no one's got the fucking doors open? When everybody's got their lights off and no one's handing out candy, why in the fuck would you hand out? Why would you stay there? Everybody goes down to Candy Cane Lane or to nicer neighborhoods and they go trick or treating there. Well, that's why we did the trunk or treat. That was the whole plan, was to bring Halloween back to Lima. I mean, it's counterproductive, though, when you think about it, because all you're doing is you're setting up a parking lot. And for one night, you got a bunch of people. But I got to be honest, those nights were some of the best nights of my life. I had a great time, man. It's super fun and super rewarding to organize something so big and so fun and just fruitful, man. It's nice to be community and shit. So, again, let's just cover it. Let's just focus on the trunk or treat that is going to happen October 30th. Mike Kempf is your contact on that. Okay. Hancock alumni. I'm sure that if you look that up on Facebook, they have a page. You can contact them as well. If Mike's at a baseball game today. So if you send him a message today and he doesn't respond to you right away, give him a break. He's enjoying a Cardinals game and he should be able to do that. Okay. So just be patient. And you know what? If you're out there in your local businesses, maybe you want to donate some candy or some money to making the thing go down, then you can get a hold of Mike too. In the past, we've set up donation stations, and if that's needed, we'll do that again as well. So that's where I'm at this morning. That's my spiel. Okay, That's my spiel. We do a golf cart parade on the hill for Halloween. That sounds like a good time. I like anything that's community based, man. Honestly, like, I've been talking a lot of shit lately about making a new church, and I know that that sounds ridiculous. Someone's probably rolling their eyes, but not like a church in a Joel Osteen fashion or a God fashion or a religious fashion at all. Just a gathering of like-minded people who want to, be around other positive, like community-driven individuals to where we can build a nice network of people that volunteer their time, their money, and their efforts to each other. And I know that sounds really vague and random, but maybe I'm talking about like commune style living, not living, but like gathering, where we can help each other out, because we're definitely on our own out here, guys. Whether you want to admit it or not, the government is not your friend, and we've long known this. So we just got to do it ourselves. That's the whole thing right there, I have no idea what kind of weird spiel it is that I just went on, because I'm fueled up on coffee and aggravation, and I know I just want to be understood sometimes. You know what I mean? Like that's all. And Only Elime is a huge page. It's not as big as it was, but it's still pretty large. Got a great a shitload of people that pay attention to it and watch it. And it's not what it used to be, but it is what it is, and it's still there, and it's still got some power. So let's use it for some good things, man. If you got some ideas or ways that we can get back involved in the community, let me know, man. I'm all down to help out with those things. I'm always down to help out with those things. And if there's any government organizations or chamber of commerce is watching and I've hurt your feelings, good. Let them hurt feelings be ambition for you when you get back to your office tomorrow morning, to get the stick out of your ass and to actually do something for the neighborhoods that you allegedly serve. My name is Brock, and I approve this message. I hope you all have a great day. Toodaloo.